Welcome to episode 2 of What's on Yours. I'm Michael Hennessy.
And I'm Cindy Smith.
And we're going to talk about books, movies, TV, and what else?
Books, TV, music, movies.
Thank you. There we go. I can't believe I forgot the movies part.
I can't believe movies.
So what came for you this week? Did you get books in the mail this week?
It was a prize win.
Oh, okay.
So that was nice because I wasn't expecting it. It's the book When Angels Sing and the movie. So I'll be watching that.
So the movie and the book came together?
The movie and the book came together. It's a Christmas movie, but I'm going to watch it anyways.
Nice. And who's the company that did the movie? The director on that? Yeah.
I don't even know.
The DVD's not there. I thought you might have had the DVD.
The DVD's like by the TV.
Oh, did you already start watching it?
No, I put it there to watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're on top of it.
Yeah, I know Harry Connick Jr. is in it. Willie Nelson's in it.
Oh, okay.
There was somebody else.
Is it a musical?
No, I don't think I think it's like a normal movie.
Okay.
Normal movie.
Excellent.
Maybe with some singing in it. But.
So you got this in a prize package this week?
Yes.
Have you cracked it open?
The movie?
No, the book.
No, not yet. I want to read the book first.
Okay.
But I mean, it's only like 110 pages, so I mean.
Who's the author?
Turk Pipkin.
Okay.
I've never heard of the author before. He's written a book called Fast Greens, and he's an editor of Texas Monthly. He has written for magazines, television, and film. And the movie premiered at the Southwest Film Festival in March of 2013.
Interesting.
Yep. It seems like a good movie and a good book.
We'll have to keep it in mind. Maybe get him on here sometime, talk about his book and movie.
That's it.
See how he approached both of them.
Exactly.
And what else do you have on the book front?
On the book front, I am reading A Girl Walks into a Wedding by Helena St. S. Page. It's like a chick lit book, I believe. And it came out earlier in 2014. And then another YouTuber, Michelle Phan.
Oh, okay.
It's Makeup, Your Life Guide to Beauty, Style, and Success Online and Off.
Excellent. Now, the last two, have you checked those out yet? Or did they just come in the mail?
No, I've had A Girl Walks into a Wedding like since earlier in 2014 because it came out in May. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to review it. So I'm late.
But that's up on your list next, right?
That's it.
Okay,
and Michelle Phan's book I got for Christmas. That was actually a Christmas book. Was
that a wish list book?
Yes, it was.
Okay, excellent. You did pretty well cleaning up with the wish list. You seem to give people the good list of this is exactly what I want.
It's stuff that like I knew I wouldn't go out and buy. Like for me to spend like $27 on Michelle Phan book, like I couldn't justify that purchase.
Okay.
So if somebody else buys it, then it's totally fine.
So which book have you read over the past week?
I read Gone Girl. I finished that up. I had to. It got to the point in the book where you're reading it and you can't put it down. Like I gotta find out what's going on because her story actually started to make sense.
No spoilers. No spoilers. I have not seen the movie or read the book.
I have not seen the movie yet either. I haven't gotten it, but it started like fairly early with her entries, so I was kind of confused, and then I got to the point where everything made sense, and then it was just like I have to read it, and I was kind of reading.
So the story doesn't say, like it doesn't preface the chapter saying Tuesday, March 25th, this time. Like you're assumed you figure it out yourself.
Well, no, her entries are like say May of 2008, mm-hmm. and then his would be day one of her being gone.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like she's gearing up to what?
You're getting close. Okay, thank you.
It gears up to, and then it makes sense. It gets to that point where everything makes sense, and it's like
So you enjoyed it. I get the sense that you enjoyed it.
like I said, I wasn't sure at first, but then when I got to that point, it was like, ah, and I was reading it. I'm like, then it ended, and it was just like, but
Okay.
I can't say anything because then I'll give away the book.
Okay. All right. Good.
And I'll give away the movie. But no, I'm planning on renting Gone Girl soon.
Excellent. I look forward to hearing your comparison between the book and the movie.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good.
What are you reading?
Well, I had been at the library on Saturday because I take the boys and Catherine over for story time, and there's a illustrator that goes there as well. They bring his son over, and so while the children were in for story time, we were talking about graphic novels, and he brought me over to where the graphic novels were in the library, and I picked up a few. I picked up Game of Thrones graphic novel. I read the book and I saw the show, so it was just another approach to the same story. You know, they have to leave out some of the content. It's not several hundred pages, so I mean, it was great. I enjoy reading comic books. You know, I say comic books. The big term is graphic novels, but I'll say comic books because I read it like a comic book. And then there was another one. There were several that he mentioned as being good ones. Black Hole was one, and that is not an ordinary comic book. It's very much. It has to deal with high school in the 1970s, like the students that would go to a high school in the 70s, and it's interesting. It deals with the alienation and how people relate to each other and the struggles that people face when they're coming into their own. But it's also has elements in there of like alien, trippy drug sequences, and
so some 70-ish references, but a lot of futuristic.
Well, it's not so much futuristic, but it's more like I would imagine it to be like LSD trippy kind of stuff. Okay. You know, somebody who has a tail, somebody who has a mouth in their neck. You know what I mean? Just different that talks while they're asleep. I mean, there's different things. So it's not straightforward reality. It's black and white, ink drawn comics. It's interesting. I don't think it's for everyone's taste. That's for sure. If you're thinking of like a Marvel comic, it's pretty far away from a Marvel comic. Okay. Yeah, but it was probably about this thick. I've got it right back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think it was just like a normal fiction book.
Right. Charles Burns, and it's like when it was released originally, I think there was multiple issues. So I mean, there's. So it stops like where the end of the comic would stop. There's the page, and then it starts the next one. So
okay.
It's it's different.
Wow.
I enjoyed it, and it's not. You spend a little time getting into it, and yeah.
Yeah, graphic novels are a big hit lately.
It's part of the transmedia thing, right? You know, where if you have a show, and that's what I was talking with Adam about was there's a lot of screenwriters that have a series of movies, but they're also doing graphic novels, not simply of the movies that they're working on, but graphic novels as separate projects.
Okay.
So that they're stacking different things creatively, and of course with some shows, you've got the graphic novels coming from the shows, but then the big one from graphic novels to TV is Walking Dead. I mean, that's a phenomenal success.
That's
so
it.
Once like we were talking last week, once some sort of story gets traction in one genre, or I mean not genre, but one medium form, then they'll look to adapt it to the other ones.
That's it.
I'm curious when you get Gone Girl, because I'd heard with Gone Girl DVD Blu-ray, there was a children's book that came with it.
No, I didn't get any book.
Okay.
It was just like the movie.
I can't remember what it was. It was like Tattletale Amy or something like this. Is there an Amy child in the book?
I know. She has written the character had written a series of stuff called Amazing Amy.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what it was.
Maybe that's what it is.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Good.
Your boys might like Geronimo Stilton in graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they have them in the library, but Michael's got them all and he loves them.
I haven't taken a look for graphic novels yet, just because Catherine is still working on the solid pages.
Okay.
I don't want her to take a book and rip the pages. I mean, we do get some. Obviously, we do get some books that have regular pages. We just try and keep them away from Catherine just yet, because she still hasn't learned to be delicate with the library books. But
Concept, yeah. That's good. But yeah, no, Michael, he's got them all and he loves them. Like, he'll go back and reread them.
Oh, who's the author in that series?
It's Geronimo Stilton. It's like this little mouse, and because he also has, I don't know who writes them.
Okay.
But it goes under the name Geronimo Stilton, and there's it's a series of books. I mean, they're popular all over the world. They're translated into different languages, and I think Michael's up to 59.
Oh,
like,
wow,
we're
okay.
right up to date in the series of books. But I mean, the graphic novels are nice because they're just like a quick read, but they're not based on the books that he already has out. So it's kind of like something new for the kids.
Okay, excellent. That sounds interesting. I'll take a look at the library.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what the age range is, but I mean, there's nothing graphic or anything in them.
Oh, okay, good.
They're geared towards kids.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Now, I understand that you caught up a bit on your television shows.
Yes. I caught up on Glee. I found it online. I caught up on Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah.
Who's on Celebrity Apprentice?
The lady Kate from John and Kate.
Oh, no, really?
Yes. She's on it. I'm always like this. I should have my list.
I shouldn't really say too much about Kate. Some parts of her came across as really not very flattering from
but
the old show.
She's a very well-educated lady. Like, she knows what to say. She knows how to spin stuff, like, to her advantage. Mm-hmm. And it just...
That sounds kind of as manipulative. Is that not a far-off word?
No, I would say she's very... No, she is manipulative. Like, she can spin stuff to the right way. Like, she could talk herself out of anything. And she did. I mean, I would have fired her. But she managed to convince Donald Trump that she did nothing wrong. And, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been a long time since we've watched the shows, but it seems like if everyone gets along, and if there's no grating personality, if there's nobody that you like to hate or dislike extreme, it's not much entertainment. I mean,
exactly.
They want to keep the people that cause friction on the show because that's entertainment.
Yeah, well, they have a good cast. I mean, there's Vivica A. Fox was on it. Lisa Gibbons from Entertainment Tonight. Was that it? There's two women from Housewives.
Oh, yeah.
Housewives, I think, of New York. Kevin Jonas was on it. And Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All
over the place, then.
Yeah, and Ian Ziering from 90210.
Okay.
I mean, those are the ones. And also Keisha Knight Pullman from The Cosby Show.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the ones that are just coming to me now, so.
I just flooded right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stumbled and then I recovered.
But what about Glee? Ongoing storyline. How do you think it's carried over since the beginning of the show?
I think it's gotten better. I mean, they're doing more songs, and it's more popular songs, plus a little bit of the old stuff. Mm-hmm. But I mean, is there like really a storyline to it? I don't know.
No?
I mean, you cannot watch one week and still know what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
I've not watched Glee, so I'm not particularly up on it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I've watched it from the beginning. I don't, there is like a little storyline, but I mean, nothing where I think you could just watch it and still enjoy it.
is it the final season this year after
That's it.
Corey
Apparently,
passed away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, this is the last one.
Okay. So they'll wrap it all up.
They're gonna wrap it all up, and then that's it. No more Glee.
Oh, and you'll move on to something else.
I'll move on to something else. There's plenty of shows out there I can watch.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Netflix just added on the second season of The Fall. Gillian Anderson, fantastic actress. She's really picked up some great roles. Concurrently, she's on Hannibal. I don't know if you've seen that show.
Haven't seen it.
Good show. I really enjoyed the first season. I'm looking forward to the second season.
I'm too much of a chicken for stuff like that.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you like cooking, you might like the show too.
Cooking food, or
Hannibal is very particular about how he presents his food, and
Okay.
but it's a very well written show. I very much enjoyed it, and a lot of symbolism in there. Great show. I'd recommend Hannibal, but Gillian Anderson has a character in there that comes in later on in the season. But The Fall, she is the lead actor in The Fall, and basically it's about basically a serial killer. But he doesn't start off as a killer, but it shows the rapid progression of somebody who's been doing things that lead him psychologically, naturally, to become a killer.
Okay.
And it's very interesting that way. I've not really seen another show that's comparable to that, because Jamie Dornan, who is, I think it's Jamie Dornan, he's the lead actor in 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
He is the bad guy in this series. And Gillian Anderson, it's like very much a cat and mouse series. But
Okay.
I would say if you like the thriller, if you like that kind of show, check out The Fall. I think it's an excellent show. And Gillian Anderson's character has depth to it. It's not just only a cop, and it's not. There's a lot of cliches that are avoided with her character. She's a very strong, independent, competent woman. And as well, she's also very sexually assertive as well, and she doesn't make apologies for that, and that's a strong component of her. There's a part that happens that has repercussions later on in the first season, and it's handled very well.
And it's The Fall?
The Fall, yeah.
Check it out.
It is an excellent show, very much so. And what about movies? Have you seen a movie lately? I know you've got the Christmas movie ready to go in the player.
We haven't seen anything this week.
Okay.
I mean, we were so busy with hockey, so we haven't had a chance to sit down.
I'll have to get your pick sometime about the best hockey movies ever. Slapshot.
I haven't watched a hockey movie.
Okay, Mighty Ducks, no?
Might be a part of Mighty Ducks. I don't know if I watched the full thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you to do some research on hockey movies there.
Hockey movies, yeah. Well, we'll do that for like the finals when hockey is like wrapping up.
Oh boy, at that point it'll be summertime, right? Just about June?
No, March, early April.
Stanley Cup, is that like May, June?
Stanley Cup is May, June, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can do it in the playoffs too.
That's it. We'll do our playoffs, yeah.
Okay.
They're coming close.
Who's your team?
Our team?
Yeah.
Ours is the Knights.
The Knights, okay.
The Knights.
So once the season wraps up, do you guys do anything with the NHL playoffs come around?
We watch, we'll watch it, but I mean, very quiet.
Okay.
Because once our season's done, we're kind of hockeyed out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Take a break, and we'll watch a few games, but then when it gets into like the finals, that's when we kind of watch it
Okay.
more.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen a sports movie lately, but I did go back and the Bourne Legacy was on Netflix, and I rewatched that. That was Tony Gilroy wrote and directed that one. That one was the part of the Bourne series where Matt Damon wasn't in the show anymore. Uh, so it was. I really enjoy Tony Gilroy, his approach to writing characters, and I enjoyed the movie up until probably the halfway through the third act. The finale. I don't know if you've seen the movie. The way the endless action in the third sort of it was not fantastic for me.
Okay.
But there's a lot of points in there where leading up to that I enjoyed it. And again, one of the things I think I mentioned it before was I appreciate the stories where you show up in it and things aren't explained to you. You just have to pick up off people's cues, their body language, and their references, and that's one of the things that Tony Gilroy does well. So it was good action, and it was more geared towards adults, really.
Okay.
You know. So that was an interesting movie to watch again, and I mean one of my favorite movies in the past few years was Michael Clayton, another Tony Gilroy movie that George Clooney won. So I enjoy reading his screenplays as well. And his brother, Dan Gilroy, he wrote the script for Nightcrawler.
Oh, wow.
One of the 2014 movies, and which apparently got a little bit snubbed for the Oscar noms.
Okay.
Jake Gyllenhaal didn't get a nom. A lot of people said he was fantastic. I haven't seen the movie yet, but that's definitely one that's on my short list for checking out whenever it's available. Hasn't come to the theater here. I don't know if it's going to.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think we have American Sniper here. We don't have Selma here. There's several movies that I want to be able to catch, not here. But that's the one of the drawbacks of small town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're close enough that you can just like hop in the car and go and watch one.
Yeah. You know, if it was summer and we could make a day of it, we'd maybe go to Moncton.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Catherine's not old enough. Samuel's getting close to being old enough. But I mean, Crystal Palace is now sold.
Wow.
That whole entertainment area, so that's going to be Cabela's, I think.
Okay.
The fishing store. Yeah, I can't remember if it's Cabela's or the other one.
Oh, yes, that big outdoor store.
So there's actually going to be two large fishing superstores in Moncton. So, but that's that for us to go see a movie. We basically head down to Moncton if we want to catch one that's not video on demand.
That's it. But then you kind of wonder if it's worth it because you have to pay for your gas.
The whole thing, yeah. But we'd make it a weekend. We'd go stay at my sister's place down there and visit with her and do some other fun stuff around. Maybe go down to the Fundy Park or Hopewell Rocks, you know.
Well, then that kind of makes it, you can justify it.
Yeah, do a trip rather than just
to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like back in high school when a bunch of us would go to Miramichi for Dairy Queen.
Oh, okay.
Just to go for ice cream.
Dilly bars, Dilly bars. I'm a Dilly bar fan.
Yeah, who goes to drives 45 minutes away to an hour to go get ice cream to come back home?
Well, you know, I mean, if you were in a larger place like Boston, 45 minutes in traffic, you know, you wouldn't have to go too far.
That's it.
I mean, right here, 5 minutes from here, I'm all over the city. So
Exactly.
Kind of lucky that way. But what about you? Do you have traffic there?
There's always traffic here. It's getting worse. We live in the burbs, so we're not in downtown. But, you know, if I can look out my window at 5 o'clock and there's traffic going on to the 20.
Okay.
It's constant. There's traffic everywhere.
So when you're in the car and you're driving and you're stuck in traffic or it's slow, do you have the CDs or do you have your iPhone hooked up Bluetooth in the car, or what's the music that you're listening to?
Lately, it's just been what's on the radio.
Yeah.
Like
Is that Sirius or are you going FM?
On FM.
Okay.
I don't think to bring CDs in the car unless we're traveling.
Yeah.
But it's usually just the radio.
Because you can get that little adapter. I'm not sure if you have Bluetooth in the car or...
No.
Okay, because you can get an adapter that plugs into the lighter and plugs into your iPhone and goes over a radio station that's free. That's kind of good. Well, so what's the station genre that you're on? Pop rock? Top 40?
It's a bit of everything. Like they do the old songs, they do the new stuff, they do a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a mix of everything.
I think of that episode of Seinfeld where Elaine gets into Putty's car and it's tuned to Christian rock.
Yes.
So she thought it was a mistake, so she changes it to another station. The next time she comes into the car, it's back to the Christian rock.
Yeah.
No?
No, it's a mix of everything, which is nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific music that you've been listening to the past week?
I've downloaded Spotify.
Oh, interesting. I've done that too.
So I've been like in the house, I've been putting it on and listening to that, like, you know, listening to like the top 40, mm-hmm. like trying to, every day it's been like a different station.
Okay. So you haven't narrowed into any particular artists?
George Erza, is that how you say his name? Who does Budapest?
I don't know.
Oh, you have to check it out.
Well,
that's like the top one up with Sam Smith.
Well, I told you my music last week was Brett Rosenberg. I think I called him Brent a couple times. It's actually Brett. Brett Rosenberg's soundtrack for Half-Light, because writing the horror movie screenplay. And the past couple days I've been listening to the full album of Florence and the Machine, Ceremonials. That's one that I've sort of gotten into because there's some... It's a different variety of tempos into it, but some of the songs that really I key into are the ones that, if you can imagine like a kind of darker gothic Sarah McLachlan type thing, she's got a great voice, but some of it can lean a little on the dark in terms of the imagery and the lyrics, so which is good, which is what I want right now. And it's certainly, in my mind, getting some atmosphere.
Okay.
For it, and it's not so much. I don't so much listen to it while I'm writing, but I'm listening to it while I'm thinking about it. Okay. You know. Yeah. So it's interesting. You can sort of see some scenes. Oh, you can see a scene, and that song would fit well with the scene. That's interesting.
Well, that's it. Well, I know Michael is asking to download Ariana Grande.
Okay.
So I think we're going to pick up an iTunes card and download that.
Okay. Now, what about Spotify? You're doing just the basic free.
Yeah.
I think you can do something offline listening for Spotify as well.
I haven't figured out the offline stuff yet.
Okay. That's the paid version.
Yeah. Oh, then we haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it's nice. I mean, because I like to listen to music during the day, so just to be able to have something that will continuously play.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I know the reason I downloaded Spotify is because on Twitter, a few screenwriting people that I follow on Twitter had mentioned about trading song lists and streams on Spotify for listening to while they're writing. So that's interesting. So I'm going to be checking that out. I downloaded it, installed it, haven't gotten to listening to it yet, but that's coming up this week, and I will compare notes with you next week on how Spotify has been working for me.
Exactly. I'll check out the paid version just to see. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it's worth for us to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's it.
Well, this is good. That's our summary of what's on yours. I know what's on my iPad and my Netflix queue. I got a good list of things that are coming up next week to talk about. Some books. Sure. So I got some music that I want to talk about. Some films too. I'm hoping to be able to maybe catch a few new releases.
That's it. Well, I'm going to check to see what's on pay-per-view and hopefully be able to catch something.
Excellent. Now, did you see anything about whether Crave TV was available in your neck of the woods? It should be.
I kind of checked it out, but like I said, with us being so busy last week for hockey, it's on the list to do.
On the to-do, yeah.
Yeah, but I did check it out online, and it seems it's... Yeah.
Maybe in the summertime.
More, probably within the next month or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you do get it, the app that's available for iPad and iPhone for Crave TV. It's actually better than what's on the set-top box in that if you have it on your iPad, the app that's developed there will pick up where you last left off, and it will lead you to the next episode.
Okay.
The one that's on the set-top box does not do that, and it's kind of clunky interface. So
that's too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, if they can update it, that'd be great. The one on the iPad is good though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. This is a good week. I guess we can do what's your single pick of all the media that you've talked about. What's your single pick for this week?
Gone Girl.
Gone Girl.
The book.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good to hear.
Recommendation.
Righto. Well, I will put Florence and the Machine Ceremonials album as my pick of the week.
Oh, perfect.
I enjoy it quite a bit, and I mean it's not a brand new release, but if you haven't checked it out before, I'd say pick it up and listen to it or download it.
But it's nice though if it's not something that's brand new. It's nice to listen, watch, and read old stuff too.
I agree.
Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Cindy. I hope you have a great week coming up.
You too. Have a good week.
All right.
All right.